Welcome back to Rails Minute, where you can find out more about what is happening with the library system. Hi, I'm Dan Bostrom, Rails Director of Marketing and Communication, and I'm here with Monica Harris, Rails Executive Director. Hi, Monica, how are you?
Hi, Dan. I'm doing great.
Good. Okay. So we know that our members have been eagerly awaiting an update on the statewide database package. Where are we at this point?
Okay, so what we have to tell you is at this point, a vendor has been selected. The Illinois State Library has made the announcement that the contract has been finalized with EBSCO. So right now, the thing that they are asking all libraries in Illinois to do is to answer the survey that has been sent out. So there are two surveys, one if you're a school library, and the other if you are any other type of library, so that they can get some information that they need in order to move the process forward. So we want to encourage everybody to fill out those surveys as completely as they can and as soon as they can, because that's key to making sure that the process can continue to move forward. The Illinois State Library has also hired a library program specialist. Her name is Susanna Jones, who's available to answer questions about the program. And we also want to make sure that everybody knows that the Illinois State Library has asked that libraries not formally announce the program to patrons until it is ready to be publicly announced, probably early this fall. We are so excited that this is here. It's such a huge value for our libraries, and Rails has been really actively advocating for a statewide database process like this for the last 5 years. So we're so grateful to Secretary Janulius for including this in his budget, and we are so excited about where this is going to bring us. So just want to encourage all of our libraries to stick with it. We're almost there, and there will be more to share soon.
Yeah, and I know that there's a lot of excitement out there. We hear it from people, and it's going to be a really great thing. So I'm glad that, again, like you said, thank you to the Illinois State Library, thank you Secretary Janulius, thank you to everyone that's worked on this. It's going to be wonderful.
Really huge for Illinois.
Yeah. Another cool announcement is that there is an official launch of a new program that we are offering for library cataloging staff. Can you just tell us a little bit more about this?
Yeah, so cataloging is such an important part of librarianship, and it's often sort of unsung in what we talk about. And so we're really excited about this program, which is a joint venture between us, Rails, and our sister system, the Illinois Heartland Library System. It's called ICAMP, which stands for Illinois Cataloging Mentorship Program. So this is a year-long opportunity to match cataloging mentors with mentees and follow a monthly meeting schedule that will cover a variety of training opportunities. We really think this will be a great chance for people who are immersed in cataloging, whether they're new to it or they're veterans, to really connect with one another and help each other learn throughout Illinois. There are currently applications that are being accepted for both mentors and mentees for this program. And they need to register by August 2nd. So if you're interested in this program, we'll have links in our information here in the show notes, but definitely want to encourage you to check this out. We think this is going to be a great thing for libraries in Illinois.
Yeah, what strikes me is we have a lot of great cataloging knowledge in this state, and just willing to share their knowledge and willing to help mentor someone. I think it's a really, really great thing. So
yeah, absolutely.
We also recognize that cataloging staff have a lot of unique needs. It's just kind of it's a unique position in the library. It's a unique position in the field, and so Rails tries to offer resources wherever we can. So can you talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah, we just want to let you know about these resources which are available to all of our members. So the first is cataloging training. Rails offers a quarterly cataloging training that's available both in a synchronous and asynchronous format. It's over a mix of topics. If you are interested in this training, it's free. It does fill up, so I want to encourage people to take a look at the L2 event calendar. But it is eligible to any staff from a Rails member library can take this training and really improve their cataloging skills. It's great training. We've gotten great feedback on what's available. We also want to make sure that you know that you can take advantage of specialized programs like our World Cataloging service, which provides supplementary cataloging for any language that's part of a library's regular collection. There is also, through our sister system, the Illinois Heartland Library System, access to the Cataloging Maintenance Center, which is available for supplementary cataloging for your special collections. So anybody that's looking for a little extra help for cataloging materials that they don't quite know how to get started on that original cataloging, those resources are available to you, and we want to encourage you to check those out. Finally, Rails also supports shared catalogs through financial support and services through our LSAP support grants, the Rails Catalog Membership Grant, and then Find More Illinois, which is our interlibrary loan platform for any catalog. You can find out a ton more about cataloging services, continuing education, any of these grants that you're interested in at the Rails website. So again, we'll put things in the show notes, but want to direct you to take a little look there and see what else you can get from Rails.
Yeah, so for you cataloging folks out there, maybe you feel alone. Maybe you feel like you're the only person that knows what you do in your building, or you're not officially a cataloger, but you have to do cataloging. I know a lot of people fall into that, that bucket, people that, it's just part of their job. It's like with a million other services that they have. You are not alone. You are officially not alone. We are giving you as many resources as we possibly can. And there's a great world out there for people that need support and just suggestions and knowledge and things like that. So please do take advantage of it. Some other people who might feel alone in their positions are our school library people. And, we know that there's been a lot of questions recently about specifically with the compliance around Public Act 103-0100. And that is the ban on book bans bill, right, in legislation. So, we've been trying to produce more knowledge and support for our libraries around that area. Can you just talk a little bit about that and what people can use and how they can utilize it?
Absolutely. So Dan, as you mentioned, Public Act 103-100 is part now of the Illinois Library System Act. And essentially what it says is to be eligible for any state grant, a library or a library system has to either adopt the American Library Association's Bill of Rights, or they need to develop a written policy prohibiting the practice of banning books or other materials at their library. And we know that school libraries in particular are going to be coming up on the deadlines around this and want to understand how to be compliant. So Rails is part of a partnership for school libraries with a lot of other Illinois partners, including our sister system, Illinois Heartland Library System. And through that partnership, our folks at Illinois Heartland have created an FAQ that is intended to answer the specific questions that school libraries have around how to be compliant with that act. In addition, they've created a video that kind of goes through step by step in terms of how to make sure that they are compliant with Public Act 103-100. So we wanted to make sure that you have access to these important resources because we really think that they're a nice, clear way to be able to share what you need to do. But the other piece that we want to make sure that you're aware of is that if you are having any trouble with this at all, please reach out to us. There are Rails staff here who can help, who can explain the pieces that you need to know and can walk you through all of the things that you need to be aware of. So don't hesitate to get in contact with us.
Yeah. It's almost back to school time. I hate to say this. I'm not one of those guys, but it's almost back to school time. We know that schools are going to be coming back into session. We know that libraries are going to be starting, school libraries especially are going to start thinking about their per capita grant. And so right now is definitely the time to think about these questions and to use this document and talk to your administrators about all those things because it's really, we're getting close.
And this is important funding that is offered by the Illinois State Library, and we want to make sure you get it. We know you need it in order to be able to offer important services to your community.
Yeah. Well, something that always reminds me of summer is the ALA annual conference, and it was just a couple weeks ago in San Diego. Can you just talk a little bit about you were there, talk a little bit about what you saw and what you want to pass along to the library?
Absolutely. I mean, we love the opportunity to go to the ALA annual conference for a couple of reasons. We love the opportunity to connect with any of our members that we can find there who are there for learning and connection. We also do a lot of work with our vendors. Many of you are familiar with the Rails Deals and Discounts program, and all of our vendors are all in one place on those weeks. So it gives us a lot of time to talk about opportunities for our libraries that we can discuss. But there's lots of great chances to do really great continuing education and just hear more about what libraries all over the country are facing and how they are trying to help each other learn how to face challenges head on and how to use important new services. We're really excited that one of our Rails staff members presented at ALA this year. So Ann Slaughter, who is our Director of Technology, sort of presented on how libraries can position themselves to best take advantage of the Federal Digital Equity Act funding, which is part of all these broadband and digital equity initiatives that we've been talking about throughout the entire year. And then Rails board member Julie Milivek presented, along with other members of the Downers Grove staff, about perspectives and reflections on program challenges and crisis management. So we wanted to thank, of course, these teams for sharing their expertise and sharing what's happening in Illinois and wider, so that we can all learn from that as well. But yeah, it's a great time, and we really always appreciate the opportunity to connect with others at ALA.
Yeah, and again, a lot of expertise in Illinois, a lot of folks going to far-flung places in the United States to share that expertise, which is wonderful. We love to see that. So that will do it for us. As a reminder, you can submit any questions to the Rails Communications team at communications@railslibraries.org. The Rails Minute is also available as a podcast. Please subscribe wherever you listen. Happy summer reading. It's almost at the end of summer summer reading for a lot of you. So congratulations on getting to the end. For you, Monica, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you for watching.